About a week ago, I had an experience that totally blew my mind, and I have a video on it if you were interested to check it out and hadn't seen it. And it's what is it like to have contact with a higher dimensional being or alien. So in that video, I go all into that. I'm not going to hop into that here, but to say the least, I had that kind of contact experience, and it has totally shifted my life into a new realm. And the realm that I'm existing in now, I feel that I'm drawn to a lot of information on channeling. I really strongly believe now, since I've been kind of processing everything, that that is what I was doing. I was drawn to a channeler. His name is Daryl Inca, but he channels Bashar, so that's what he goes by. And I've been checking out a lot of his stuff, and he's got some really profound information that really vibrates with me. What he is saying is that aliens, they're not going to come and come to have contact with somebody who is that of a low vibration. What he's saying is they're not going to come and try to interact with somebody who is of a lower vibration. And the reason for that is because this being is vibrating at such a high level, so high up, that if they were to just come towards you or to be in the general vicinity of you, what would happen is that high vibration would just start to bring up a lot of things inside of you, a lot of layers of yourself that you haven't worked through. A lot of your ego would be basically just being destroyed on contact because they're at such a high level, and because we're all connected to the same kind of consciousness. That's my opinion, of course. You don't have to share that, but the way I see it is because we're all connected to the same kind of source, this ultimate consciousness that we're all vibrating around. When you come up to this other being, it's basically still you. It's basically still a reflection, but it's at such a higher level that now, because of the way balance works, it's got to kind of go like this. They're up here and you're down here, and you shift. And you're raising so high, so quickly, that it's very uncomfortable. And you would probably freak out. And because you're just freaking out, you would just assume that, like this being maybe had like mal purposes towards you. Like, because of how uncomfortable you'd be feeling, you would feel maybe what you would think is fear, but is really not. It's the process of bringing up all the fear inside of you and shattering it. But that being said, what this video is about is just kind of a touch on that, and to bring Moldavite into the equation. So I just thought it was kind of interesting that this guy, who I really believe what he's saying is really resonating on a very true, I think he's really speaking from a very real place. And I totally click with what he's saying, and it really makes me think about Moldavite, and it kind of blows my mind a little bit even more, because I've already been making videos and talking about how Moldavite is just like at such a high vibration that you're working with it and you are raising to that of its vibration. And it's crazy that a lot of the information that I've been feeling coming through me, and that you guys are clicking with too, is like there is this kind of uncomfortableness with Moldavite when you start working with it. A lot of people can get like Moldavite sickness is what they call it, and it's pretty much just feeling kind of uncomfortable really, and agitated. And again, I have a lot of other videos on this, so feel free to check those out too. But a lot of what that is, in my opinion, is you're working through layers of your ego, and you're kind of like coming to this place where you are becoming more one with who and what you really are, and distancing yourself from this person that you thought you were. So here we have a tektite that, when you come close to it, is vibrating at such a high level that it very quickly alters your consciousness and forces you to work through certain things. That is why it's called the Tektite of Transformation. And that is why it's so rapid. So here we have, let's call this a being, right? We have Moldavite, the Moldavite being, and then we have this alien being that like Bashar is talking about, or that you could even just kind of imagine in your mind being at such a higher state of like awareness and consciousness and vibration. And it's like, it's the same kind of thing is happening when you're coming to them. And I just found that really interesting. So I think another little nugget of information here would be, if you wanted to maybe have contact with a higher dimensional being or alien, that maybe you should raise your vibration. And when I say maybe, I say that you definitely should. I think that that's the way to come into contact, because you probably can't even perceive something that's standing right here if you're not close enough to that kind of level. You might just feel those feelings and not even see that something's there. So for me, the contact experience that I had came after working with Moldavite. And I really do believe that Moldavite helped me to get to that place. And a lot of people I can kind of detect might be kind of afraid of the concept of aliens, right? And the thing is, and let's just say that this is my opinion. I know that there's other people who share this opinion, but the way that I see it is there's no reason to be afraid. Because a being of a higher state of consciousness and a higher level of like awareness and vibration, and with the ability to do this kind of interdimensional contact and travel, they would have to be at such a level that they already know what I believe we are all kind of remembering for ourselves right now through raising our vibration. And that is that we are all one. We are all the same consciousness projected into a lot of different experiences, but the same. You and me are the same. Me in this, fifth dimensional, sixth dimensional, 12th dimensional, whatever. All these beings, we are the same consciousness projected into different experiences, just dancing with itself. These beings of such a higher state, they know that when they're standing here and looking at me, they know that I am just a reflection of them. They're not trying to hurt themselves, and therefore they're not trying to hurt me. Now, are there beings possibly of malintent? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not giving energy to that energy pendulum there, because I'm experiencing what I am experiencing here inside of me. So I'm not going to give weight to that. What I do give weight to is the reality for me is that there are these beings all around us. There is magic constantly happening. We have the ability to connect with ourselves and therefore with each other and all kinds of different beings that we can't really contemplate right now. But the connection is there because we are them. We are all this ultimate consciousness. And like I've said, I've been drawn to this kind of channeling information. So I've even been lately just channeling and believing very deeply and feeling it to be true. And at least it is for me, that I could pick out somebody in the world and I could channel and feel exactly what they're feeling, and I could experience what it's like to be that person. Because I am that person. I'm connected to everyone, and everyone is connected to me, and we're all connected to this kind of ultimate consciousness source that these fifth dimensional, sixth dimensional, aliens, all the above, we're all part of it. It's this kind of cosmic energy that we are, and we're vibrating light and blah, blah, blah. Try not to start rambling here. In the future, I will be posting more videos on channeling. I feel my destiny, if you want to call it that, pushing me towards that. For me, that is a profound path that I am on. And it's what I've been walking towards my whole life, and it's just kind of finally all starting to come to me. So I will therefore be posting more videos on channeling very near future, but I'm going to work on it more and become more one with it before I just start putting information out about it that I'm not certain of. Certain, right? But this video, really what I wanted to say is just kind of draw that connective line between Moldavite being a high dimensional being and a high dimensional being being a high dimensional being, and that those experiences are quite similar. And so if you're interested in having that kind of contact, Moldavite, I believe, is a really great tool to work with. And if you're not interested in having that kind of contact, I think that this is still kind of a cool, interesting discussion. At least it has been for me. And I really appreciate you tuning in and sticking here till the end. And of course, I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. And thank you very much.